Howdy folks, it's Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Discover Finland Bush Trip. We're on the last third of the trip, one leg per video, long introduction in the first video, but since we've already done 6 of these, here's leg 7, let's get started. Alright, let's come down here, repair and refuel from the previous trip and turn on our light so we can see what we're doing. And let's see where we're going. We're headed to Oscar Uniform. At least I think that's the Oscar. If it were a 0, it would have a line through it. So Oscar Uniform, 25-minute leg or so. Rantsilla, lift off, not take off, lift off. Instead of heading north-northeast in 24 nautical miles, you'll pass over the town of Rantsilla. Rantsilla? Located on the shore of the Saikozhoki River, and the site of the pivotal battle in the Finnish War. I wonder if the Finnish War ever finished. Bad, terrible joke. Alright. So there we go. We'll do that one, then read the next one after that one. Right? That one, this one, all the other one. Alright, so where are we headed here? We're taking off from Hotel Papa. And we're going to head north. And there's a POI right there. So we got a river. Let's see if we can find it on this map. I have to zoom this out a little bit. Oh boy. Where is this place? Okay. There we go. There's all the little thingamabobbers. And then the river runs into the road. And that is what we're looking for. So when an airplane gets there, right there, we know we're at the town of Rantsilla, where there's a battle. Pivotal battle in the Finnish War. And I'll read about the next PO as we get there. I'm not going to bother to stopwatch or anything. We've talked about this every leg. I've been there, done that with the Nevada trip. And this trip, we're just going to enjoy the scenery and use autopilot. Makes it more relaxing. Otherwise, I mean, if we wanted to use the stopwatch and ignore GPS and stuff, we can. But we're not going to. It's 2021, not 1974. So here we go. Everything's the way we want it. We're all set. It's parking brake off, pedal to the metal. And on the rudder pedals, which are way too sensitive. No matter what settings you use, real life pilots say that's one thing. That simulator doesn't simulate. Oh my gosh, there's another runway. What? Why are we at... Why did it start us at the end of the runway? Brakes to stop the wheels, flaps coming in. Let's set up autopilot since I didn't. Flight director nav will go to 1500 feet per minute. I'm trying to turn at the same time. There we go. Vertical speed. Let's do 800 feet per minute this time because we can. There it is. And handoff. Boom. Super smooth handoff. Look at that. There we go. Awesome. We're all set. So when the airplane gets here on our little map, then we'll rejoin each other and we'll look for the town and then make our turn. That time for 13 whatever, that's going to come way down as soon as we level off, which we'll do together because I'm waiting for the co-pilot to stop talking to us. I think he's going to say one more thing, isn't it? But in the meantime, look at that farm down there with the barn on the end by the road, and the road changes colors. Because why wouldn't it? What do we have on the side? Farmland. Good. Is the co-pilot done talking to us? There we go. Whoop, props. Stay out of the red. Let's see, what do we got here? Where is our airport? It's back there already. So we turned quite a bit. Already lost the airport. That's okay. Alrighty, I guess the co-pilot's done talking to us. Alright, there we go. We about leveled off. Let's hit the barometer key. I don't know why the barometer is always wrong when I start this, but there you go. Climb back up to 1500 with the correct pressure. About 10.5 minutes or so for this leg. There's a co-pilot. And then once the co-pilot's done talking to us, I'll turn you loose to some sightseeing. Like I've said in every trip now, even though I'm cutting the sightseeing short for time, you're not missing any of the scenery. Hopefully your eyes and brain can stitch it together that you're not actually missing anything. So we're at about 1500 now. Co-pilot's done talking to us, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Alright, so it says in 2.5 minutes we will be reaching this little town that I'm not going to try to pronounce again, but it's a very important town, pivotal battle in the Finnish War. So we'll look for that. And again, if we were using the stopwatch, we would look, okay, it's about 11 minutes now, because I don't know what speed that's based on. Sure, it's 11 minutes 25 seconds, but based on what speed? Because if your altitude determines your speed too. So, like your vertical indicate airspeed, true airspeed, ground speed, dependent on altitude as well. So, I don't know what speed is meant for, but we could do it and then we'd start looking for a town. But we're going to look for a town anyway, regardless, in a moment here. And then it's going to turn us to the left and we will read about that. No, actually it might keep us going straight for a while. Slight turn to the left. We'll read all about that in a moment, as soon as we find this town. So if you look, there's a river and a road, and the town, according to the map, is right on the river and the road. So if you look out here, you see the river and the road, so this must be the town here with the big windmill. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So let's pull out the drone, and we will look at it like this. Again, I use my rudders and yoke to control the drone. So. Gorgeous. We're a little far away yet. Let's actually hop inside. Look out the window at the river instead. Much more exciting. Look how the trees line that river. That is so amazing. Just look at that. Oh, and I love the big windmill. Isn't this awesome? I hope it's as gorgeous for you on whatever screen or device you're using as it is for me. Because, despite the little screen sharing I get, which VSync doesn't help, versus not showing up in the recording, it's good. It's still great for me, even with that weird VSync issue thing that is in VSync apparently, and that's gone for you. So hopefully it's just as good, if not better, for you than it is for me. That's what I'm trying to say. Struggle to get those words out. Man, oh man. Okay, now we can probably hop outside. There we go. Now we can see the town. Awesome. I want to read about this Finnish war. There it is, a little turn to the left. That's what I thought. With the green road, green highways that they're trying to fix. I don't know World Update 5 is going to have that fixed. By the time you watch this, World Update 5 was supposed to be released a couple days ago. I'm recording this in mid-July. You're watching it in early August, I think. And, so yeah, there's some World Update 5 stuff that I don't know about yet, because that's in the future, but past for you. Isn't that weird how time works? Alright, you're reading about the next thing. 24 more nautical miles north on your journey, and you arrive at Kampele. I assume it's Kampele, which lies just inland of the Gulf of Bothnia. I know where that is. The northernmost aspect of the Baltic Sea. I know where that is. I do. For someone who's from the United States, my world geography is above average. I'm proud of that. I remember talking to somebody. Gosh, where was I? I was somewhere, and there was a friend of somebody, and the friend of the friend was from, I can't remember where, somewhere in Eastern Europe, and they're like, I'm from city blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, that's, in this part of whatever country. And they're like, you've heard of my country? I'm like, yeah. And you know where my city is? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I've never met anybody who knows where my country is. And I just like, what? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I know all the countries of Eastern Europe? Doesn't everybody? Apparently not. I know we're not in Eastern Europe. It was just a little story. Most of you, okay, those of you who are here for the bush trips, the regulars come back for my stories. So I haven't been telling many stories during these bush trips, have I? I need to tell more. So anyway, we'll arrive at Kampele, which just lies inland of the Gulf of Bothnia. I think that's how you say it, Bothnia. The northernmost aspect of the Baltic Sea. Alright, so we're looking for Kampele. Alrighty, so let's put that away and let's see what it looks like here. It's going to be, I said all that stuff the last couple minutes in one breath. I'm really dizzy now. Holy cow. Alright, let's see here. Looks like we're headed here, right? Airport gonna show up for us? Yeah, there's the airport right there. We're looking for here. Yeah, because there's the little water. There's a little water. We're looking for that. So that waypoint on the GPS is also where we're headed. Let's keep it zoomed out like this. As soon as the airplane shows up in the area, we'll join back. Otherwise, I have a few text answers from my mom friends, and I will see you in a little bit. Alright, we're on the map, on a GPS, the town, or not the town, the, Kempele. I guess that's the town. Is Kempele a town? It doesn't say, it just says Kempele. It's just the northernmost yeah, Gulf of Bothnia is the aspect. Kempele. Anyway, it's this dot, right, or that, waypoint right there, and then we'll go bam into the airport. So let's read about the next airport soon, or soon right now, because we'll be there soon. Fly 5 nautical miles northwest from Kempele and land at Oulu Airport, the second busiest in Finland, and used frequently by Finnish Air Force. So it should be pretty easy to spot, I would think. Basically, this is the arrival. That's what those waypoints are for. Just coincidentally, that's what we're looking for. So we'll look for that. Probably straight in to the airport, and we have lots of space. It looks like. So let's see. Are we almost there yet? We'll take a gander out the window first, because it's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And there is Bothnia. And that whole area is Bothnia. Right. And there's the airport to the left, so that means we're right over where we want to be. Let's have a look. There we go. Kempele. And then the airplane's going to turn, and they're going to take over by hand. And then we'll land at that airport right there. I think that's the airport. Isn't it? Must be. I don't know. Is the airplane going to turn? Ever? What does it say? Maybe that's not our airport. Maybe I'm looking at something else. No, that's definitely our airport. Look. There's the turn. Okay, that makes sense. I'll probably keep us on the map. That way I can find it better. But anyway, there's our turn. We will take off autopilot in a second here. In fact, we're going to do it right now because we can see the destination and we're way too high. Let's bring back throttles, props forward because it's trimmed for like super slow speeds for some reason. And down we come. Look at that big windmill. Wind turbine, I guess. Props back a little bit right now. Gears always down. Lights are the way we want them. Fuel, not worry about fuel. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Of course, Kempele is a city. It's a big city. It's huge. Alright. Let's land this airplane. keep speed up a little bit till we get under final, just because that's a long runway and it's farther away than it looks. No ATC in these push trips, of course. Just us looking around and blabbing, chit-chatting. What happened there? Toxic spill of some sort? Some kid peed in the pool and it spread? I don't know. We should probably pay attention where we're going, shouldn't we? That's how you're supposed to fly a plane. Final looks outside. With this camera, oh, that's a great view, isn't it? Oh. Wow. I want to go back to that. Come on. There we go. Okay, dude, stop doing this weird stutter thing. Our frame rates are still good, right? Where are they? Yep, 35, so we're good. Okie dokie, let's start to get into flap range now. And we'll land here in a moment. So we're going to use pitch up to slow down, but bring throttles back so we don't climb. It says we're forward on the PAPI, so let's actually stay level for a moment, and we will use, why is it stuttering? We'll use throttle so we don't descend, but we're not going to change our pitch because we like our speed. Why is it doing the stutter thing? What do we got? We're at 39, 42, 39 frames per second, so the stuttering is not frames per second. Maybe because my Sims are running, again for a long time, I said that a couple of videos ago too. My Sims, I just left it running and then did a few legs, left it running for a day or two, did a few legs. So maybe I should restart the Sim. That might be helpful. Alright, let's get into flap brain. So nose up to slow us down, bring back throttle so we start to descend. And the first set of flaps. We'll do a 2 flap landing. We'll do second flap so we get close to the threshold. And we're about to cross over the threshold, so there's second set of flaps. We are not in a hurry to land. We will ride this out as long as we can. Let's at least get to the runway. Good grief. This runway is so much bigger than it looks that I thought I was almost there. Again, lack of peripheral vision makes things really difficult. Alright, let's not come down that steeply. Let's slow down our descent. Here we go. Ground effects. We're floating because of ground effects. That's okay. That's on purpose. Take our time. Take your time. And there we go. Our typical bounce. Easy on the rudders, easy on the brakes. Whoa, yoke all the way back to keep the tail prop strike from happening. Hold it steady till we stop. No ground loop. There we go. Alright, leg completed. I lost track of what leg we're on. I think this was 7. So we have 2 left. So like, subscribe so you can watch those 2 legs when they go live in a couple days. And I'll see you then.